This is my jam. Well, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. I'm gonna get a copyright complaint on that one for the beginning, but you know what? It's worth it. 8-bit Beastie Boys. Sabotage. Only because I just found out this evening that Super 7, that does the action figure, not dolls, action figures, has the rights, and they've actually designed action figures for the cast of the characters of the Beastie Boys Sabotage video. I have not yet investigated on my own about this, but I will be posting in Discord once I discover that. Tonight's retro game for Retro-ber. I've got the 3-pack, Dragon's Lair, Dragon's Lair 2, and Space Ace. Of the 3, I've only finished Dragon's Lair. Turn down the headphones a minute. I feel like we're shouting. Then again, that's just normal voice for everyone else, isn't it? Alright. That's only because I want you all to know that when I am yelling and shouting, it has to have meaning. It's coming from the heart. It's something I am passionately yelling. What do you usually yell like when you're angry? Something that I'm passionately angry about. Like a certain multi-billion-dollar corporation that has destroyed Marvel and Star Wars. So, well, I'm glad you stayed up. I mean, I'm Bluth, formerly of the corrupt evil corporation Disney. Left them, geez, I don't remember, 60s, 70s. Did his own studio. He ended up doing Thumbelina, Pebble and the Penguin, Anastasia, Titan AE with Matt Damien and Drew Barrymore. Yes, you are. You were about to passionately go to bed, then you saw that I was on. And now I am passionately playing Dragon's Lair for you this evening. Got about an hour. I may be able to make it through the entire game, we'll see. It's been a while since I played, and I have it on the PlayStation. It was a 3-pack, good deal, like $10. But its animation was always good. I didn't sink as many quarters in this as I did Black Tiger, only because I sucked at this game when I was younger. 1983. A few years later, it would be maybe right around that time. Street Fighter kept getting better and better, and I always chose either Chun-Li in Street Fighter or Cammy, because they give the ladies, the females, speed, and speed I found in fight games always suited me better than just power. So, anywho, let's get started. Let's play, watch, experience the multimedia extravaganza known as Dragon's Lair. Let's get started. Three lives? Oh, I think I may need more than 3 lives. 5, okay. Move beeps on, okay, move guide, arcade cabinet. You have my time. Mode, arcade, difficult, easy. I think we should start on easy only because it's been so long. Alright, let's Let's get dangerous. Center myself. That's the wrong way. Because I'm always right. Alright. Pause. Directional. Sword. That's it. It was 83, so it's not like there's that much to it. Pause. Sword. Directional. Alright, a little bit nervous. It's been a while. Make the correct move at the right time. Derek will fall through the drawbridge. I remember that. There's like a tentacle monster. $1983 was a simpler time. Up, down, left, right, and sword. Good luck. Thank you, game. Don Bluth's Dragon's Lair. Yeah, I remember the sound. Everything about this game was just cleverly made. 4. Oh, because I have 5 plus those 4.
Uh-oh.
There it is. Yeah, that was on me. They both been on me, so I remember this. Jeez Louise. I think I had that one. What am I not doing right? How about instead of the control panel, we use the directional pad? Much better. That's that one. Directional pad it is, alright. That was Princess Daphne. Okay, I got this. I got this. Don't pay attention to the movie at all, just the instructions. This game still frustrates me. I got this, come on, continue.
Save me!
Okay, Daphne. This game gives you no time to think. forgot they mirrored the scene.
Save me!
Getting there. We have to defeat every single sequence before we can get to the dragon.
Save me!
I think I'm getting the hang of it. You can see they reversed it on that one. Give it to me again. That was... a little something, something for the trouble. Alright. Yes, Dirk, I know. Dirk the Daring. I have a picture of him at my desk that I sketched out. Pretty sure I had that one.
Save me!
Uh-oh.
I think not.
Save me!
Oh boy. I remember this one. Wow. The alien man. This game. Very unforgiving. Just like I remember it, though. Looks like I'm leaning over, doesn't it? I remember this. Wow. I'm gonna say that every single one too, I bet. Alright, I gotcha.
Uh-oh.
Yes, sure, kinda. Sorry, buddy. Uh-oh. Oh, this must be one I have to pass. Ropes. What now? Alright, bro. We got this. We built this city on rock and roll. Alright, got this. We got this. Go team. Oh, I stuttered. Getting close. I can feel it in my jellies. Feel it here. Might be heartburn, but I think that's. Spiders. Why did it have to be spiders?
Save me!
Not fast. I don't remember this one. Pretty sure I had that one. So down, up, left. We got this. Oh, he looked constipated just then, didn't he? Again, though, really great artwork. Oh, dude. Big T, you're missing something. Froze again. What's up? Oh, Yeah, I never had Laserdisc either. I just played it in the arcade. It was, yeah, there were arcades of this. It was this, Dragon's Lair 2 came out a few years later, and then Space Age was the other one. One, two. I think this is where the dragon resides. Princess Daphne had like the one line in this one. I think she speaks more in the other one. Alright. I feel like we're close, but I might be wrong. Gotcha. This game does not like. Wow. This one is quick to draw. Wow. You know, none. 0. Oh, sneaky thief. Yeah, when they reverse it, yeah, this is the weird. When they reverse them on me, that's what it gets me. I mean, you'd think it'd be simple, but and maybe it is. Maybe I'm just enjoying the game too much. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Don't hate the game either, like the game. And the player. Like the player more than the game. Okay, I got you. Hey, what's a little rabies when you're a knight? That was a giant bat. Okay, that one, maybe. Oh wow, that's one right after another. Yes, I know. Now imagine this being quarters that I put in this thing. Imagine this being like 83, the 11-year-old me. I think we're here. Shh! Don't like the dragon. We're coming to F me.
Oh! Please save me! The cage is locked with a key. The dragon keeps it around his neck. To slay the dragon, use the magic sword.
You better believe it now. No, we start way at the beginning of this level again. I remember this. That's why it took me so long to beat this game.
Oh!
Well done, Dirk.
Please save me! The cage is locked with a key. The dragon keeps it around his neck. To slay the dragon, use the
Oh, this game is so
sword.
80s.
Oh! Please save me! The cage is locked with a key. The dragon keeps it around his neck. To slay the dragon, use the magic sword.
I wonder who they use as a model for this.
Ooh.
I pushed the frog button. You know, I wouldn't know.
Oh!
Thank you, Shaz. I know I can count on you, buddy.
Please! The cage is locked with a key. The dragon keeps it around his neck. To slay the dragon, use the magic sword.
Okie dokie.
Ooh.
Dude, come on.
Oh!
That's a lot of snoring. Who just piles up treasure like that anyway?
Please save me! The cage is locked.
I bet if
with
I
a
had that much
key.
treasure, I'd just
The
stack it up
dragon
randomly like
keeps it
that
around
too.
his neck. To slay the dragon, use the magic sword. Ooh.
Only 3? Gonna do more. Oh, I can. Look at that. All right. Thank you all for extras. Attract video. What's an attract video? Oh,
Dragon's Lair, the fantasy adventure where you become a valiant knight on a quest to rescue the fair princess from the clutches of an evil dragon. You control the actions of a daring adventurer finding his way through the castle of a dark wizard who has enchanted it with treacherous monsters and obstacles. In the mysterious caverns below the castle, your odyssey continues against the awesome forces that oppose your efforts to reach the Dragon's Lair.
the narrator's voice, the voice actor is
Lead
doing
on,
it.
adventurer. Your quest
Sounds familiar.
awaits.
I need to go through and just see who these people are. Interview.
I think the going way back in time.
Far
was
left is
what
Don
we call the
Bluth.
toilet paper version, which was a roll of cash register paper, and it would just roll it forward and backwards like a player piano, and there were hundreds of hand-painted pictures and text on each on this roll of cash register paper, and the computer would roll it to the one it wanted, stop, and then a light would light up behind, and there was this dark smoke glass, so you couldn't see it until the light lit up. And
So it was mechanical and computer.
Yeah, mechanical and computer.
How long before you came to us was that? Was that going months before or a year before?
It's probably more than 2 years before.
Wow.
And then after that, we took it to the toy companies, and they all loved it, and they had no idea how they would print that cash register paper. They had none. They said, we have no idea how we could do this, how we can manufacture it. And then, so I thought, well, we came up with what I call the Rolodex, and this thing was huge.
Yeah, I saw
this
that.
Big, giant Rolodex with double cards, and it would go flipping through these hundreds of cards on each reel, and then stop, and then either this light or that light would light up. Same thing with the smoke glass, and you would make your decision.
Determined, weren't you?
Well, I thought it was fun. Then we came up with the first Laserdisc version, which was still pictures. We evolved because for any given scene, we might have 5 or 6
I
stills.
was not in the
and we had, for the first
socioeconomic
time,
bracket
live
that
voice.
was
And
able
then
to
that
afford
led
Laserdisc.
to Dragon's Lair for the coin-op, and we're saying, okay, well, if we're going to do this for coin-op, because we were also developing coin-operated games, and we said, well, if we're going to take this thing, at that time it was called Secrets of the Lost Woods, and that became Dragon's Lair. And Dragon's Lair was just a working name, and you know how that goes.
It worked. It's a working name.
If you recall, we had demonstrations and things working when you guys came out to show it to you, and I think the biggest point was when we saw The Secret of Nim, and I just went, wow, this
Secret of Nim, that was another...
incredible film, because I forgot.
I mean, I'd go to the record store and
an
I'd see
animated film.
Laserdiscs, and I'd just be like, whoa, this is so
And
cool.
called you.
I still remember the day you and Jim Pierce came to the studio, and when you guys left, we all looked at each other going, what are they talking about? I mean, it was just a different world, and all the way through it. I mean, probably, if you remember, you came to us, I think, in October of '82. And we jumped on it right away, and Don started thinking about designs and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and then
let's
you sent over
watch
your
the
first
whole game being
continuity
played. No.
the sequence, and then he started asking questions like, "Wait a minute, we're going to go to there's a moment any time during this little sequence of this particular room where he might die. We have to come up with ways of branching the epic."
nomenclature, though, and we would say this is a threat moment, this is a resolve moment. This
You
is
know.
a new threat moment, this is a resolve moment. So we kept saying threat, resolve, threat, resolve. The
Don
one that you
Bluth
got
just
me, 'cause
didn't
I
like
was
the way-
really out to lunch, was you said, even after you finish the animation, we're going to have to program it. And I thought, a program? Yeah, I know what a program is. You read it when you go to the theater. But I didn't know what programming meant, you know, and I knew that there was somewhere down in San Diego there was something weird going on. That's all I knew.
Didn't like the way Disney was doing things. He's like, the animation should be passion project, love. It shouldn't be this
Well, it started with Rick's
business.
team,
Everything
and then
just
Yeah, I think there was an awful lot of
sterile.
controversy between our
Soulless
companies. It started
endeavor.
out real good, and then I think it got pretty contentious. I think a lot of it had to do with the pressure too.
Secret of
we
Man.
had-
Man, that was one of my favorite movies as a kid.
We had the scripts, we had the artists that were doing all these concepts and
Titan
so
A, that
forth.
was pretty good.
And
That was
for the
also
most
Don
part, our
Bluth.
team had no clue about the art of animation.
True.
And so they were coming up with things that may or may not have been animatable at all from your all standpoint.
Yeah, it was sort of like we were lobbing stones at each other over a fence because we didn't know. I didn't understand your world at all, and then there was some reticence on
Space
what we were
Demon,
doing.
yeah,
there.
and,
So each was doing its own thing. What
Drew
they were
Barrymore
familiar
played
with,
an
we
Asian
animation,
with
they with the
blue or
electronics, but
purple hair,
also
don't
Rick
remember.
has a good sense of
Purple, I
story
think.
and character, and so that's what I think was sustaining what was going on in your company. And then we
What
were
was
trying
that?
to grab the ball and run with it, but not knowing exactly
Oh,
what they were going to do
grab
with
the
it
ball.
when we reached the
That-
goalpost.
you probably
Anyway, I
shouldn't
think
say
Dragon's
that, Don.
Lair, Dragon's Lair, the first one, would have been even better than it was, I think, if we understood each other's kingdoms a little bit better. But it was a moment of getting acquainted and we knowing what their job was and vice versa. But I believe just the story elements, that we hooked into almost immediately. And what we were trying to tell was a story of a knight who was a ne'er-do-well.
He also did
who was
Rock-a-Doodle
sort of
Doo.
klutzy and didn't know quite what he was doing and wasn't very adept, trying to save a princess that was equally not adept. And so
I think that it is absolutely getting acquainted because
Robin Hood, the Disney Robin
we
Hood.
were designing.
That was one of my top
from
favorite
the
Disney
gameplays.
animated movies.
Right.
Probably Jungle Book, followed by
having
Robin Hood.
to
Oodalali.
from how do I bring it to life from an animation standpoint, and the problem was the sometimes what we were ending up with wasn't playable as a game. It was beautiful as a piece of film, but that they would get it back and go, he changed it. How are we gonna play with this?
the way my brain has worked in the past is that I would see something and it would come on a concept. Maybe it's just in script form or written right there, and I'd say, "Oh, okay." So immediately
Disney
I see
Robin
the
Hood is
visions of
my
it, what
favorite
it could
Robin
be.
Hood.
So then, in so doing, I'm not gonna let those words stop me because we have to push further. We have to push it to a place where we get
Yes.
something that's really, really excellent. Which again, what you're doing is
Little
building
John
on
stole the
something
show
that's
in
been
that
put
one.
underneath you.
That and then
Those who
the
put that there are
hen.
going to feel like, oh, you don't like what I did, It isn't that at all. But I think any creative or collaborative process that's creative is that you are building on an idea all the time. This is always happening. And if you let your ego get a little bit sensitive to that, then it kind of cripples you. You should know the ideas are going to come. They come from out there somewhere. And when they come to you, it doesn't matter who births it. It's just you want to keep going for even more if you can get it even better. And I think that's what we were going through in the beginning. Was,
Yep.
See, I
was
didn't know.
how to make
I
the
knew
best
of
thing
Don Bluth,
game-wise
and I read
and picture-wise on the
interviews,
screen
but I
so
never
that,
actually.
the viewer could
Well,
enjoy
the
it.
other
Hey,
problem
Mizzy,
is
how you
we were in
doing?
uncharted
I had
waters.
your stream up
So-
while I was at work, so
there- it was
if
a
you
ship without a
saw
helm
someone there,
in
that
some-
was me.
Sometimes because you had never been there, and we had never been there.
It's like, yes,
Trying
That was fun, though.
to
That's fun.
trying to
You don't know where
to
you are.
and I think we survived it in Dragon's Lair, went on to become
my shout out working now. Good. But just to see Don Bluth actually in an interview, I've got just even more respect for this guy. He's just a phenomenal artist, and just sounds like a really great guy.
They accepted it for what it was.
Yeah, I think that's right.
They didn't have any milestone
Oh,
to compare it to.
nice. Cool. High definition restoration.
I want to start that out because we had a moviola, this little thing. It was this big.
Moviola.
That was how that's the only way we ever saw this film, was on a moviola. The thing was about this big. Terrible, but it allowed us to see the film. And then the best we got was when we did the transfer.
He's
And
when you say
transfer
animation,
to,
he's
digital.
definitely one of
It
the
was actually
names.
video,
Like
or
it's like
video format.
Don Bluth,
Even
Disney.
on 1&C back
Those are the
then,
names you think. you think
quality
Pixar and
was
DreamWorks
what
now,
today's
but
television is.
growing up
No,
as a
it was good
kid,
quality. I mean, it was
either
better
Disney
than TV.
or,
TV couldn't actually reproduce the
Don
But
Bluth.
for me, I never really got to see a big screen of it.
Yeah.
I don't think
And
he's
so
gone
today when we saw
3D
it on
animation,
HD,
and I don't think he's had anything
it's like, for
recently.
me, it
I'll
was
have to
like seeing it
double
for the
check.
first-
Not
the
only
first
that,
time.
I
It's
just-
brilliant.
It's just
Colors?
so clear.
Even though I went
you
to
know,
school for 3D animation,
dust free,
How about you,
and,
Don?
and of course the sound is.
No, I'm very, very, very pleased with
Oh,
the
yeah,
HD because to me that's what I saw.
watches
all way
the
along
blonde
making it.
singing
Even with the
Awooga, yeah.
Moviola, so we saw it on a big screen. We projected in a projector. You sit on the big screen and you look at it and you see all the colors, all of the definitions, all of the lights and everything. It's all working together. So I'm used to seeing that. And so
Yeah,
all the
no,
other formats, we put this game to
mimicked by
Because it was a lot less than what was
Oh, I
always
would
done.
not look at them. I would not look
Jim
at them. So I
Carrey
can
in
look at
The
this
Mask.
now and I can say, oh yeah, okay, that's
Tex Avery. Tex Avery.
Well, you're a motion picture artist.
C piece.
And really, all it got done was a concept, not even a game design, just a one-page concept of what it was going to be. And Don did a poster, a pencil for a poster of Barnacle Bill and the Sea Beast. And I think Don Moore or Ron Diaz, one of the background artists, painted it into a poster about this big. And people have seen that. People,
You know,
and they've
part of-
asked about it.
Part of what happens too
Is that
the
code
thing
for
is, I
something,
noticed that
or-
we pick an interesting title, then try and fit a story into it. I mean, All Dogs Go to Heaven was one of those titles, and you
All
do
Dogs
it
Go to Heaven.
hoping that it has an attraction from just the concept or from the title of the thing. Sea Beast was one
Ah,
of those that
okay.
just sort of rings when you hear it. The Sea Beast, what is it?
Legal up there,
And
that's
some
right.
titles
Cool.
don't have
Huh?
that at all.
Go be legal.
And I think anything, we would have been glad to do anything where you tell a story because it's the storytelling that's fun, whether it's a game or whether it's a movie.
No, I don't want to exit.
Movies are a lot of fun.
But
because
just, I can't pause it.
keep you employed for a long
Look at the
time.
amount
and
of
you have
detail in
this
this
rising
artwork.
action and the climax and the falling off action, and you have really interesting characters.
And
With
this is a game.
had
This
it
is a
gotten
game.
to
I
the
mean, I
place where you could have an interactive
beat the
movie,
game in less than
if
an
you
hour, but
progressed
just,
to
I mean,
that,
just look at it.
I would have been really
That would have
good.
been a real challenge.
Because you know what, being passive, just sitting watching a movie and getting an opinion is all you really have. I don't think that's quite as interesting as participating in the movie somehow. Even if you're scared to death and you scream, at least you participated.
Yeah.
But if you just sit and watch, it's not quite the thrill.
Let me share a little more of the backstory too, because when we did Secret of Nim, our composer Jerry Goldsmith took the film or brought the film to Steven Spielberg's attention, and we had a meeting with Steven right after the completion of the showing of that. It was like August, early September of '82, and he looked at it and he says, "Gosh, I thought this died with Walt Disney. You know, the style and the lushness and the effects, and it was especially complimentary on the dub, which was much fuller and richer than most animated movies done before." And he said, "We need to do something together." Well, it took 2 years before he came back to us, and
Wow.
he came back. It's just like Rick walked in the middle of a union strike. Spielberg walks in when the game industry fell apart. Here we had a lineup of, I think Don came up in a little group of story people we had in there. Will Finn and Lorna was involved, John Pomeroy.
Jim Powell.
Came up with a list of 30 games. 10 children games that were educational and teaching how to do addition and subtraction and multiplication. They were little stories, and the computer would bring up random things like 1 + 3 = and you had to give the right answer for the story to continue. It would be animated. And then we had 10 moral games for children that taught, morals, like the story of Cinderella, but we called it, I think, Cinder Mouse.
Cinder Mouse, right?
And then there were 10 action games for teenagers. And so they had a poster for every one of those, and one of those was Barnacle Bill and the Sea Beast. We trotted those off we had done 2 animatics, or was it just one?
I think it's just one.
We did an 8-minute animatic of something called Dottie Do the Sum. It was a character named Dottie, D-O-T-T-I-E. And we did an animated 8-minute piece, and IBM took it out and did a $100,000 survey with it, and parents were thrilled with the idea. But they said, well, there's just not enough players in the home for Laserdisc.
Hardware.
And we said, we're making razor blades. Give the players away. This is something that is going to lead into other and new technology. We didn't get any comers. So just at the time that failed, up stood Spielberg saying, I found something. It's called An American Tail.
I'd love to do that barnacle bill.
Yeah, it would. I
Barnacle
think
Bill.
maybe the wouldn't necessarily be an
Definitely
arcade game, although you could
1970s
test it in
pants right
arcades
there,
to
huh?
find out if it would work. But with the ability to do interactive DVD now, I mean, it seems to me.
Wow. Well then. We are nearing time. It's close enough. I think we need to say goodnight and move on. Give me a second. Find somebody to raid. No. Any suggestions for raids? Refresh. I mean, the music in this game, the artwork is just crazy. No? Maybe? Maybe not? So dramatic. Nobody. Who's that? Nope. Nope. Well then. I shall not just go away. We shall raid somebody. Fortnite. 5.2 million followers. Nice. Nope. 5 channels. Low to high. Maybe not. Well, I'm not going to waste time. So, I do appreciate you all for coming, watching. It's been a blast. Learned a little bit about Don Bluth. Just got even more respect for the guy after watching a little bit we did of the interview. There's more to it. Maybe we'll do Dragon's Lair 2 and Space Ace. I've always wanted to finish Space Ace, but I never have. Maybe we will one day. It's Retro-ber. So retro games, 15 years or older. November, I'm thinking games you probably never heard of. Palooza. Everything's better when you add a Palooza at the end of it. So games you've never heard of, Palooza. Man, I hate just ending without going somewhere. Let me check one more time. Why Why is it never? It's only 3 a.m. here. Why does nobody ever? Channels you think I'd like? Common Writer. Okay, you got me there. Overwatch 2. League of Legends. Why would I like League of Legends? I don't play League of Legends. I know very little about League of Legends. Why would you recommend that for me? Wait, is it? What's it? Nope. Nope. Interesting. I have stalled long enough. Any recommendations from the gallery? Well, there you go. Ink Vendetta, Amaranto, right? Loud, how you doing, buddy? Ink Vendetta and Aussie Shadow. I don't have a point. One through 1, 2, 3. We'll do Ink Vendetta. 4, 5, and 6. Aussie Shadow. Ink Vendetta. Alright, well, I mean. Read. Ink _ Vendetta. There they are, moon scars. Let me just go ahead and delete that. Give me just a second. In the meantime, let's go back. I'll let you enjoy the soothe sounds of the 8-bit Beastie Boys cover. Where'd it go? Vendetta, here we come. Eight-bit sabotage is my jam. Alright, I've enjoyed you guys. It's been fun, but gotta scoot.